away from you. Any questions?
We'll be talking about, you know, some fun stuff while we're out there, but we call this a marsh or a wetland habitat that we're going to be exploring today. So that just simply means we are exploring an area of land that is wet all year round, and we have the presence of marsh vegetation and wildlife. So while we're out on the tour today, so I'm simply your guide. You guys don't have to stick by me the entire time, but I would like you to kind of stick a little closer to me. Stay right here, practice paddling a little bit. Okay, ready?
Oh yeah.
Float on this really just like a clump of fibers and hairs that when it is all together on the surface it looks really slimy, but it's plumped with the air and the water there. So the oxygen in the water kind of makes it float there. So it's a little fun experiment there. But the muskrats, they eat mostly cattails. So all around them, it's like a buffet every day for these guys. So this is their primary food source here. Humans can also eat cattails. I can't get to all of you today, but the part of the cattail that's in the water, if you were to cut that and peel back all the outer layer, you can get to the soft, spongy, kind of sticky inner layer. It kind of looks like celery or like a cucumber, and it kind of tastes like that too. So you can eat it. It's an acquired taste. It's not for everybody. You gotta try it at least once in your life. But you can eat the cattails here. You want to only eat them in like the spring or early summer before they have a chance to flower.
So it's okay right now?
So right now. So
Park's okay with that?
We got plenty of them. So I have a cattail here. I'll show you. Gotta peel it away. So I cut a cattail, and then so this inner part right here, you could technically eat that. So this part right here, it looks a lot like a piece of celery. So if I wanted to just take a bite, I'm not gonna do that. It's kind of like really sour, like celery to me. But yeah, so if you get an opportunity to try some, I'm not close enough for all of you to try some today, but the soft, spongy inner part is what you want there, because the rest of it's nothing. Of their lodge here, so they add to it every year. It gets bigger and bigger and bigger. Their entrances are below the water surface, and then this part on top, they have like they to a point where they cut it with their large teeth here. So we have we probably have a family that lives here. We will not see one right now. They are nocturnal, meaning they're active at night, so they're not out during the daytime. So if you want a chance to see them, I'd recommend going on one of our canoe tours that's at night, and we often see them swimming in the marsh here. So yeah, so we do have that beaver family here. So I have an old stick here. You can see the points on the end here. This is an old shoe, but this is how they chop it down, is they sharpen it to a point. So not only do they cut the trees down to add to their lodges, they also do eat the soft inner layers of the plants as well, of the trees as well. So they want the soft stuff. They don't eat the bark. They want the soft inner parts of the tree. So they eat them. They use them to